everyone, welcome to Bible Reading with Ariel. Today we are reading Proverbs chapter 11. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. When pride comes, then comes shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. When a wicked man dies, his expectation shall perish, and the hope of unjust men perish. The righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked comes in his stead. A hypocrite with his mouth destroys his neighbor, but through knowledge shall the just be delivered. When it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices, and when the wicked perish, there is shouting. By the blessing of the upright the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. He that is void of wisdom despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holds his peace. A talebearer reveals secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit conceals the matter. Where no counsel is, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety. He that is surety for a stranger shall suffer for it, and he that hates being in a pledge of surety is sure. A gracious woman retains honor, and strong men retain riches. The merciful man does good to his own soul, but he that is cruel troubles his own flesh. The wicked work a deceitful work, but to him that sows righteousness shall be a sure reward. As righteousness tends to life, so he that pursues evil pursues it to his own death. They that are of a froward heart are an abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. There is one that scatters and yet increases, and there is one that withholds more than is meet, but it tends to poverty. The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that waters shall be watered also himself. He that withholds corn, the people shall curse him, but blessing shall be upon the head of him that sells it. He that diligently seeks good procures favor, but he that seeks mischief, it shall come to him. He that trusts in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. He that troubles his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be servant to the wise of heart. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that wins souls is wise. Behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinner. So there's a lot going on in this chapter. In the New King James Version, it is titled The Folly of the Wicked. And there's a lot of comparisons between a righteous person and a wicked person, which we find a lot throughout the Proverbs. So I just want to look at two of the verses that really stuck out to me. The first one is verse 6. It says, "The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them." Now, righteousness is often spoken of as right standing with God. But the more I read through the Proverbs and the way that a righteous person is described, the more I believe that righteousness is more than just having peace with God, but also it's what we do now that we are in that position, of grace. So it's also how we think, how we act, how we carry ourselves. It's how we see the world, how we approach situations. It's not just who we are, but what we do and how we do it. So then the other verse I wanted to look at is verse 12. And it says that he that is void of wisdom despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holds his peace. Now, when I first read this one, I instantly thought about those people who are just so easily agitated and they're very quick to speak their minds, which can be very foolish. And I believe one of the issues with social media today. And then we compare it to someone who doesn't really allow things to bother them so easily, someone who considers the situation carefully before speaking and then decides that it's not worth further aggravating the situation, or they come up with a better way to approach it. So I would just like to encourage you to go back and reread this chapter and the comparisons that are made and consider which one speaks to you the most and take it before the Lord. And if necessary, do as verse 14 says, and take it before wise counsel. It says in multiple counselors, there's wisdom. So go to a good friend, go to people at your church who know the Lord and talk to them about these things. If you don't belong to a church, I would encourage you to find one. God made us for each other. And even if you've had an unfortunate bad experience at a church, I would encourage you to just keep seeking the Lord and His direction. And I have full confidence that He will lead you to a church that loves Him and that will love you. I would say just keep in mind that sometimes loving you means telling you the truth. So be open to that. And that is Proverbs chapter 11. See you next time.